All right, guys, what we have here is a 2015 Chevy Trax with a 1.4 water pump. Took a dump. Changing it out, what I found out, the steps that I took to change this water pump out, right there, is, of course, remove the air housing. It's the map sensor, is the only sensor that I unplugged. And, when you remove the air filter housing, remove the silencer that goes right on top of the inlet of the turbo. Make sure you cover it up, nothing falls in. Didn't have to remove the belt tensioner, like on one of the videos, gentleman removed the belt tensioner. What else? Didn't have to disconnect any of the wiring except the air mass sensor. Didn't have to disconnect this hose or this, or even remove the back hose there, or the timing, I guess, location sensor. But I did pin the tensioner right there. When you pull it back, through the pin in there, just because I seen in another video, issues that I had where you have to get, what is that, a E12 and an E14. Must have those two. Make your life much easier. So pattern of the bolts, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is on the top over there. 6 is on the bottom. 7, 8. Then you got this guy right here, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's count them again. Looking at it on the engine this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip it on the bottom side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Torque specs, 80 inch-pounds, 1 and 8, 1 and 8, which are across from each other, 30 degrees once they're torqued to 80. If you did, I couldn't get the torque wrench on this, on the thermostat housing, the 3 little screws. Once they got snugged down, I just gave it probably about a quarter turn, if that, maybe 3/8 of a turn. What is that? Maybe 30 degrees or something. When I did torque the 1 and 8 to 30 degrees, I just used the iPhone on a ratchet, set it to 0, took it up to 30, and that was pretty much it. 31, give or take a little. Ain't a mechanic, just doing this at home. What else we got? I did have to lift the engine up to get the motor mount out. Got the pulley cover off, removed. What else we got? On the bottom downstairs, I had to remove the cover so I could place the engine, the jack right on the edge of the engine. I tried to do it right over the oil filter, the drain plug. It just wasn't angling the engine to get that the motor mount out, right? Just to give you a heads up, one of the hardest things to do, well, not the hardest, but just difficult and gets annoying, is getting this out of here. Okay. I don't got the belt on. I got the belt. So what I did is I did remove the belt off the pulley, so it gives me more flex, because two of these ride underneath the belt. So when you try to pull up on it, the belt hits it. So it's best to get the belt off the pulleys first, so you have the extra wiggle room. But yeah, this is the headache. All right. When you undo the screws, the bolts, you can pull the bolts out of the motor mount, right? Even before you remove it. So I kind of figured it out now. Makes life easier. So what you do is you grab the motor mount, tilt it counterclockwise. Lean it kind of like in this position. Let's see, kind of like this position. Get that arm right on top of the pulley. Push inwards like you're pushing it toward the base. So I'm probably holding this maybe almost, maybe the top center bolt. Center bolt is pointed at 1030 probably. And watch what happens. That's it, it's in. Ain't that something? Such a headache. Okay, got the belt on, pulley on. I believe the torque specs on this one was 46 to the motor mount to the engine, 46 on the, what is that, the tensioner, belt tensioner to the motor. The bottom, the one down below, I just put that at 25. I actually put the motor mount on first, then the belt wouldn't fit because, I'm not sure if you can see it, but all you have is this groove right here, and the belt tensioner actually sits into this groove, the belt tensioner pulley. Right, that's a GM design to screw you over. But anyway, how I got the belt on. I undid the bottom where the spring is at. I make sure you pin it. Make sure you put a Allen wrench or something right there in that hole that sits right there. Okay, before you undo that bolt on the bottom or the one on top. So I undid the one on the bottom, loosened up this one right here where I'm touching. And that allowed me to pivot this pulley out of this groove on this housing. So I got the belt on the pulley around the crank pulley, AC unit, water pump, and I left it off of the alternator. Came back, got all the screws back, the bolts back in. Took tension off the belt, so I compressed the tensioner, and I slid the belt over the pulley here. Once that was done, I torqued everything back down again just to make sure everything was good. I believe just gonna throw this motor mount on. That's pretty much it, I hope. We will find out. All right, got the car somewhat working. Kind of back all back together. Gotta wipe down the, not nothing to wipe down the two drips right there. Do apologize for that. Got the heater running on high. See how it goes. Blowing nice and warm air. Just want to go over with some of the things that are used. Of course, get yourself the E12, E14 impact gun if you have it, torque wrench, regular ratchet. I got this metric stuff. I mean, these guys are pretty cool, man. I mean, they almost work on every type of bolt you could find. And they helped out, little 1/4 inch, metric, 6-point. Best tool in town. Hose clamps, you just crimp it on there, it's good to go. This is what I use for the, what is this, 8 millimeter? For the thermostat housing, the three little bolts there. Comes in handy. I know it's 3/8, but it fits perfect on the tensioner spring little deal. Doesn't take too much room. Flathead screwdriver, little stubby. This is what I use when I took the tension off the belt to slide through that the hole there, so it keeps it compressed. Razor blade, clean off the gasket. Little Allen screw for underneath the car. Jack. That's about it, man. I hope this helps out. Look up in here. Everything looks. I think everything's. Yeah, looks like everything's normal. We will find out and go from there. Well, good luck. Hope this helps you guys out. Didn't waste your time. Thanks.